Good evening. Electricorp's called in a panel of experts to look at what further work's needed to fix landslips in the Cromwell Gorge upstream from the Clyde Dam. Millions of dollars have already been spent stabilising some of the slips. The review panel will also help Electricorp decide when and how to fill Lake Dunstan. Yesterday's gas emergency at the Gardens Corner in Dunedin arose because of a fault in an underground electricity cable. City Council gas and electricity staff have been investigating the cause today. It seems an electricity cable was resting on the cast iron gas main. It shorted out, blowing a hole in the main, and a spark from somewhere else, possibly a traffic light cable, ignited the gas. New Zealand's top mountain athletes are battling wind, rain and rapidly rising rivers. They're pushing through dense fiordland bush in the final leg of the International Grand Traverse of the South Island's Backcountry. With $100,000 at stake, the race has turned into a two-team Kiwi battle. The Europeans have been left far behind. Ellen Brady reports.
The trackless bush of Fiordland is rugged enough at the best of times. Today it's worse than usual. But these athletes are turning a 4-day tramp into a single day and night race. It's an all-New Zealand finish, a team of professional coast-to-coasters from Christchurch and rafting mountain guides from Queenstown. The lead in the week-long traverse has seesawed between these two teams. The 5 Queenstowners started today with a 58-minute lead, but in these conditions that's not considered a big advantage.
I think it's going to be a lot of bush bashing. It's not a well-used track. There was no track on some of it.
Well, the last leg's where we win or lose it, the same for everyone, so there'll be no letting up. It'll be sort of hell for leather to the end.
All 23 European teams simply aren't in the hunt. Some are more than 2 days behind. But race organiser Gerard Fuzil takes this philosophically.
It's okay. I think the New Zealand teams are the best. They know they are very, very fit sportsmen, and they know what to do here in this country and also in this competition. I enjoy with that.
The only other team in the final dash from Lake Te Anau through dense bush over the Fowler Pass to Manapori is Graham Dingle's North Island group.
Our problem's been that we're really blowing the tactics. We thought that the race was going to count on the last day, and we've been saving ourselves.
Dingle concedes it'll take an accident to prevent the other Kiwi teams finishing ahead. But in this kind of terrain, anything can happen.
The Broadcasting Commission is prepared to fund half the cost of the South Island's regional news programmes, South Tonight and Christchurch's Mainland Touch, next year. TVNZ executives described the Commission's decision as surprising, as it provides funding, a total of about $650,000, for the South Island programmes only. The implications of the Commission's announcement will be worked through. Injured All Black flanker Paul Henderson is home in Invercargill. A little sad about his tour being cut short, but happy he's made a lasting impression in his 3 outings. And as Ken Nicholson reports, Henderson should be fit to resume his rugby career next season.
Henderson arrived home at midday. Sad to be home, yet glad to be home with his wife Susan and his Invercargill family. But while Henderson was unpacking, the South Tonight got hold of the All Blacks in Ireland. And management confirmed that, had Henderson not been injured, his excellent form to that point had made him a serious contender for a test spot.
Vodka ranging wide, Henderson's with him. Paul Henderson has Andy Earl inside him, pops it up for Andy Earl, and Tuingamala will get a try.
And of course his main rival was fellow Otago flanker Mike Brewer.
Mike Brewer and myself are different players. The games, Mike was playing very well. I don't really know if I was in for a line for a test spot, but you're not on the team until you get picked. Things are going quite well though.
Outside it goes to McDowell Henderson held onto it well, and Frano Bodika is in at the corner.
Henderson of course now has to put the bad luck behind him, and he's positive that the injury, originally thought to be very serious, is only a temporary setback.
It's coming on quite nicely. I'm working on it. I've got a Dolby brace which they use for a gridiron in America, which supports the knee. The surgeons told me that I'll be able to jog lightly with the brace on in 5 weeks, and 2 weeks after that I'll be able to run without support. If I'm not, cranking right into it, the training before Christmas, there'll be something wrong.
Power generation in the South Island is barely able to meet demand. The levels of Lakes Manapuri and Te Anau have recently improved slightly, while Hawea is down to its bottom limit. Lake Pukaki remains at a metre above minimum and Tekapo about 0.2 of a metre. Patrick Robinson of Electricorp Marketing says if heavy rains don't come within the next 3 weeks, it'll be necessary to bring power south from the North Island. However, tonight a rain warning has been issued for Fiordland. 450 millimetres are expected between now and midday on Thursday. The sound of another age was heard near Timaru at the weekend, the sound of classic motorcycles ridden by, some would say, classic riders. Many of the bikes were restored vintage models, and Alana James reports some of the riders were more than twice as old as their machines.
They look fast, they sound fierce, but under the helmets they're pretty old. Take number 124 for example. Matt King has had the bike 30 years. But he's been a bikie for twice that long. He fell in love with the throaty roar of road machines when he was 16. Now, at 75, he's still hooked. But he has to work at the relationship.
At my age, I should know better than to be dropping oil. What?
Repairs are really a labour of love, and he says the racing keeps him young.
Second childhood, I would imagine. I don't really race now, I'm just going around quietly.
Some of the old bikies really enjoy hamming it up.
All right then. I'm not too bad, son. You want me to lift you onto your bike? On and off occasionally. All right then. Yeah.
But classic bikes keep having classic problems, and they aren't cheap to fix.
Yeah, $200 for just one little piston. That much and you say it quick. Just means that the wife won't get a new kitchen sink this week.
The races aren't too serious. No one even keeps a record of the winners. The bikies are there for other reasons.
Getting back to what we done years ago, old boys with old toys, and meeting up with the riders we rode with in the past.
Old riders are coming back again and racing at these classic meetings. The bikes sound like real motorbikes to me, not like these Japanese bikes. And we love each other's company, and we still do, and that's about it.
They're addicted to the smell of sweat, leather and grease. They may be long in the tooth, but they can throw their bikes round with the best of them. And anyway, there are other good reasons to stick with the sport.
If I wasn't doing this, I'd be home mowing the lawn and keeping the wife happy.
And wouldn't that just be shocking? We'll be back tomorrow night. Good night.